Welcome back to this segment of our show. It's brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Folks, every year we tell you that the fall invaders are coming right about now. I do this treatment every year, the fall invader treatment. Stink bugs, ladybugs, box elder bugs, they all want to find a place for the winter. They look to get into your home, then they get in there, and then they have their little ones. And come spring, you're going to have 5 million tiny little ladybugs in your windowsills flying all over the place. It's much harder to get rid of these things once they're in your house than it is before they get in. So get the fall invader treatment from Southeast Termite and Pest Control. It's what I do. I'm telling you, huge help. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, southeasttermite.com. Okay, going to try something new this week. We've talked about Pitt. I just want to get your final thoughts. I'm just opening it up. Anything that we haven't covered, anything that you want to rebut, anything you want to chime in on, let's jump into it. Sterling, you sat down first, and we were talking about the deep ball. And do they throw it too much? And you were talking about there were a couple times with Hendon Hooker. Go on.
Hey, look,
let's talk deep ball.
Hey, this is just my style of play. Man, always go deep. When in doubt, go deep, baby. I love the deep ball. And I even love it more when we connect on it. Whoa, baby. It backs up the defense and softens up the linebackers and also gets people like these guys who are incredibly aggressive that they're going to come uphill on me and creates running lanes. I love the deep ball. We're going to connect on them. I know we are. And then when Hooker got in, he had more short game in mind, but it was still deep routes being run. There were a couple of times that Pitt lined up in cover zero, which is man to man, and I'm going deep every time. But that's just me.
But Hooker chose to go short instead.
Went short instead, and then got the completion and moved the stakes, moved the clocks. That's the job of the quarterback. Move the stakes, move the clock, get downfield, put points on the board. And everybody has their own methodology of doing it.
All right.
I think one of the areas is in the pass game where they can improve is attacking the middle of the field. Because what you saw from Pittsburgh yesterday is they had 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. The linebackers almost never dropped into coverage.
Yeah.
They sat there and then delayed blitz after a little bit of while because they saw these wide receivers are way outside. How long does it take one of those guys to get to the middle of the field? And so they gave up the tight end, and that's where we hit a couple of big plays. We missed one, Milton missed one, but then we got a big one there in the game. But they did not take that threat seriously and basically said, you're not going there, so we're not going to play there. And so they were waiting, and we never burned them enough to get them out of that.
Yeah. Fear being that other teams that you face, the ones that anybody in the SEC that's got the talent will look at that and say, this is what we're doing.
Right now I'm running 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers that are on a delayed blitz, and we're not dropping back from those guys. And everybody else is playing man-to-man.
And we'll change when you beat us.
Change when you beat us enough times.
Daniel.
And adding on to the passing game there, I think it's a great time. You got a banged up your starter. You got your backup quarterback now that's come in, had 2 fumbles that have lost. His first series was just atrocious when you look at some of the things that was happening on the field. I know you can't really gauge anything off who we're playing next, but it'd be a great week to have an open competition at the QB for starting on Saturday.
You know, I saw Blake Topmeyer of the Sentinel wrote the same thing, just opened up, let this be a competition. My fear is you're going against and look, I'm going to get some mother of some TTU player that they always email and say they can beat the Vols, and they could, But that game shouldn't be scheduled. These D1 schools shouldn't play FCS schools. That's my opinion. If you go out there and have a competition against Tech, let's say Bailey looks great, but you have no intention of playing Bailey for the reasons we discussed earlier. You've just created a fan revolt by doing it. So I get what he's saying, and I don't totally disagree, but is it worth doing it?
And you've lost reps for one of your guys to get more reps in real-life connection with other wide receivers, like you mentioned. And if you don't have that and you're not going to play Bailey, then why play him in that as well if you're trying to figure out get one of these other guys to have a better connection with the wide
Do you
receivers.
guys, all right, Sterling, let me ask you. Let's say Milton is healthy or healthy-ish. We still know what the issue is. The broadcaster said they were checking his leg. Looked to me like he was going to be concussed the way he went back and hit his head. Don't know what it was. Don't know how long he's going to be out. Let's say he's iffy, okay? Do you play him at all against Tennessee Tech?
If he's my guy, I'm playing him. If he's my guy, I'm playing him. The one thing about the quarterback position, you don't want him looking over his shoulder. You got to give him time
Well,
to get his
sorry.
But if he's your guy, I mean, case in point, great example. I'm not going to talk about my situation. I'm going to talk about a situation where a guy won the Heisman. Coach Bobby Bowden started Charlie Ward. Then he sat Charlie Ward down a game and said he needs to see the game from the sidelines. He's my guy. Went on and won a national in the Heisman Trophy with that guy. What I'm saying, if you're saying he's your guy, and this offense is explosive, and a guy like me would just love to play. Oh my goodness, I would love to play with him. Anyway, but if he's your guy, play him now. If you're going to keep a competition going, and he's not your guy, you keep it going. But don't say he's your guy and don't play him if he's
So
not.
in other words, whatever they do, you're good with.
Whatever it takes to win, I'm good with John P. I'm a winner.
I just if Hooker's if Milton isn't healthy and Hooker's probably going to be your starter at Florida, you give him the whole Tennessee Tech game.
Not if you're blowing him out. Like, there's a certain
right,
point you
right,
pull him out, but you're going to give him the start. You're going to give him all the first half and plays it to the third quarter, and then you pull it.
Whatever you do right now, you can't lose the team. This is the most buy-in that you're going to have until you start really winning some games. If you don't put Bailey in, you don't put him in if he can play, you're gonna start losing your credibility, and then hello, Derek Dooley. So.
All right. When we come back, let's look at Tennessee's future foes, how they did yesterday, and did yesterday's loss by Tennessee impact anyone's views of how the schedule plays out from here? Come on back on the Sports Source. Good.